Hey guys, we are back. This is it. This is the end. We already finished the final dungeon and we kicked Richard's butt and beat Reverie, even though we don't quite understand what in the world Reverie is. We're at the end of the game now. It's the Queen's birthday celebration. We're gonna walk around and talk to people and check out the shops and then finish the story. It's a very bittersweet moment right now. I'm excited to finish it, but I'm also really sad that I'm finishing it. I'm gonna try to make sure I walk around and talk to everybody first. Okay. So Russell and Tita aren't here. Nobody's here. Oh, Olivia. Estelle, Joshua. I heard from Cassius that you've become full-class bracers. Well done, well done. Congratulations, my dear little pussycats. Could you just... We'll just go with thanks. Olivier, what brings you here? I'd heard you were invited to tonight's celebratory banquet, but... Well, I didn't think you'd be here already. Yeah, seriously. What's a guy who loves parties doing drinking alone in a quiet place like this? Better be careful, or some people might start thinking you're an imposter. The news of you two becoming full-fledged bracers filled my heart almost to bursting. So much so that I saw no recourse but to hold an impromptu concert in front of the grand arena. Ah, if only you had witnessed the unbridled excitement I inspired in my legion of fans. Right. Makes me think of the performance at Hawken Gate. Indeed, and such a public explosion of passion left me drained, so I wandered here for a quiet place to drink and brood. Ah, me, in restless dreams walking alone, sharing the drink they call loneliness. Before you sits the beauty and the beast that is, man. I can't make those words fit together into anything resembling sense. Yeah, so about your reunion with my dad. You apparently have something you need to talk about him with, don't you? I do? You do. As a matter of fact, it seemed to me as though Dad already knew who you were. Inconceivable, my pretty kitty. Surely a man like him, and a man such as I, would have little need to spread our wings and fly. Yeah, he definitely knows something. He's acting weird, even for him. Definitely. There's more to this story for sure. Okay, is there anybody up here? Maid. Roaming the city incognito. Okay, so she's just like Chloe. Got it. It's a really nice balcony. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone, but I have a feeling it's just going to be a lot of walking around trying to find people. General Morgan. I heard you saved my granddaughter out at the Herb Royal Villa. Oh yeah. We only did what was needed. It's the life of a bracer. Oh, stop with the humbleness already. You're much too young for that. In the end, you saved not just the villa, but Her Majesty, and indeed the kingdom itself. This time, I'm going to thank you properly. You two did well. Very well. I've got to say, I've heard much more heartfelt thank yous in my time. But not from you, General, so, thanks for the thanks. Ah, so it's the Queen's fault he's going back into the military. Makes sense, though. The military's kind of in shambles at the moment, so they need somebody to help put it back together. The Duke claimed there was nothing to do. Yeah, that wasn't true at all. Coup d'etat and rats? Damn that intelligence division. Oh, that's funny. Anybody down here? I have a feeling there's no one else really important in the castle. I think it was just Olivier and everybody else is elsewhere in the town. He's one handsome man. I mean, he is. He's pretty attractive. Shan't lie. Okay, so that was a lot of walking around in the castle to talk to literally one person. He's gonna propose. This is the couple from the very beginning of the game in Roland, where he wanted to ask her out and he was too scared to ask her out. And then he did, and they started dating, and they've been traveling the country. We met them in every city we went to, and now they're in Grand Cell, and he's gonna propose. That is the cutest, sweetest story. I love this game. Even the NPCs get stories if you pay attention. Phone and trip to the toilet is memory enough. Chloe! Oh, Jill and Hans. Okay. I remember them. You sure do know how to act unprincessy. But of course, and I wanted to thank you too. You've been nothing but helpful at every turn. Us? Nah, it's totally all you. We've learned a whole bunch just from being around you. You've taught us all about kindness and courtesy and strength of spirit and all that other junk. That was really sweet until she kept talking. Not that it's actually junk. I'm so bad at this. What I'm trying to say is, that's what friends do, so believe me, no thanks are necessary. All the side characters. I have a feeling there's nobody important in the rooms, but it's gonna take me forever to walk around the city and talk to everybody, though. Wow, somebody actually caught her. Oh, they were. Because it was this. I don't remember what this building is. Just a house, I guess. Well, they didn't have very interesting voice lines. Chores. Don't think us, it was a group effort. Give a little, get a little, you know? Besides, we wanted to rescue Her Majesty just as much as you did, so it's win-win. Her Majesty's safe and everybody's happy. I have a feeling they have my classmates spread out to, like, every big... Not classmates, sorry, friends. Every big location in the city. Rip her husband. Aha! Professor and Tita. Dear me, I'm much too old to be living on the lam. Were you being okay? Were you okay being left on your own with Agate? Absolutely fine. He was very courteous and mindful of my needs. He even made sure to plan our daily routes so as not to wear me down too much. I haven't any complaints about Agate at all. He's no Cassius, of course, but I am still grateful to him. It's surprising. Wow, Tita, you look happy. Grandpa promised me we could have ice cream. Ooh, ice cream is good. You bet it is. I asked Agate to come too, but he said he didn't want to. Agate eating ice cream? I'd pay good money to see that. I bet he'd like it if he tried it, though. Okay. Dorothy? Fuel it surprise? Oh, that is beautiful. Shh, you want to get sued? She almost said Pulitzer Prize. The Pulitzer is the annual award presented to the very best examples of journalism, literature, and music. I can't believe they actually wrote that in there. Our special coup edition has been flying off the stands. There's a ton of buzz right now about your little stunt. Sorry I couldn't get you guys some fame from it. The guild made me withhold your names. Biggest group of my career, you guys. You did really good. Well, you're welcome. I can't believe they wrote that in there. That is just amazing. There are no other major locations in the West Block, so I think I'm good. I forgot there was no exit out that door. That's gotta be a fire hazard, you know. Yeah, the coup really didn't affect the city. Honestly. Didn't, like, ransack or destroy any part of the city. Oh, Lila. I hear Bose is quite nice this time of year. I bet you'd say that, Lila. That's true. We met her because she was skipping church. Forgot about that. It is the Fisherman's Guild. Oh, Murdoch. And the mayor. I just want to slow it all down and fish at Valeria Shore. cares more about his fishing than the coup. I should not be surprised. I caught that. We're so not dating yet. Yet? I'm trying to find them. I haven't found any of the bracers yet. Okay, Zin and Agate. She doesn't speak for both of us. Feel free to hold back if you'd like. Joshua doesn't want to fight Zin. Oh, a bunch of them are up here. Kurt and Grant. I remember just about everything except the identity of the bastard who erased my memories. Yeah, yes. We couldn't have done without everyone's help, though. I mean, my dad ended up saving my butt in there, so I'm not exactly solo heroine material. This all just makes me so happy. Celebratory music, everybody just relaxing and enjoying themselves. Gonna get a toy airship, that's adorable! Would be honors if that happened? Yeah. I was never able to buy tea from that lady or get a free sample. I tried, it just didn't work. She wouldn't give me any. Okay, here are the rest of the bracers. Read between the lines, you doofus. Oh, everybody can see it. That's so sweet. This game is so heartwarming. Oh, Philip. Okay. Do you know where we might find him? Sequestered himself to consider the claims made by the Queen. He's spending his days at the Herb Royal Villa, isolated with his thoughts. I've been sent here on an errand to buy donuts for His Grace. Yeah, he's pretty clearly here for his own donuts, but whatever floats his airship. The lady was supposedly handing out free samples, and she never gave me one. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't the Royal Guard either. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Mom said she'd buy me more ice cream if I leave her alone. Wow, look at the size of this crowd. It's because it's so warm out today. Anyone selling ice cream is sure to make a ton of Mira. You know, looking at all this kind of makes me want to eat everything they've got. Which reminds me, I made you a promise. When we were dressed up as maids in the castle, you were all sulky and pouty, and I said I'd buy you some ice cream. Why do you remember the most trivial things? Because it's not trivial. And as I recall, I also made you a promise in that rest area. Oh yeah, I guess you did. Why don't we wait for the day to settle down a little bit first? Anyway, we can walk around some more and then go to the rest area behind the store, and then I'll buy you some ice cream. Goodness, there's so many people. Oh, I forgot, I never actually came back to the museum. Well, I'm not gonna do it now. Too much to read. I was curious if Professor Alba would be here. Does not seem to be. I think you're big enough to walk by yourself. Wow, there's nobody over by the Grand Arena right now. Give me 1 second, guys. I know there's a secret side quest for Olivier, but it doesn't seem like it's activating, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing something. Okay. I see what I missed. I just want to finish that up quickly before we progress to the end of the day. I'm supposed to look at the bulletin board. I talked to literally everybody else. The client's Mueller. I would like someone to find and detain one blonde-haired, self-proclaimed musician wearing a white coat. That's great. Like, I knew there was a mission involving Olivier, and I knew I had to talk to him first and then do something else. But I was thinking I had to actually, like, go to the embassy. I do not. I love that the client's Mueller. That makes me so happy. It's a birthday celebration. What a waste it would be if we were not to enjoy it, no? Hey Joshua, I think he's the guy. Really? How many other self-proclaimed musicians in white coats are there in this city? Have it. Why don't you join me in a little afternoon delight? Just you and I. Doesn't that sound divine? Come now, do say yes. Funny you asked. We were just talking to this guy who asked us the same thing. And we said, we have this friend whom you would probably just love to talk to. Did you really now? Honest to goodness? Absolutely. Would you like us to introduce him to you? I would most love that. Please lead the way. We're just gonna deliver him. Why are we back at the Bracer Guild? Oh, don't get your neckerchief in a knot. Ellen's calling over our guest, you see. This is gonna be beautiful. Interested party has been successfully contacted and should be arriving here shortly. I imagine she simply can't bear waiting for the opportunity to meet me. Tell me, have I made this kitten's acquaintance before, or is this to be our first meowing? Ooh. Oh, I believe the kitten knows you and really wants to see you. Kittens in Grand Cell. Perhaps it's Shira, or perhaps even Karna or Annalise. No, I must not discount the possibility that it might be Mary Maybelle, or maybe even dear sweet Lila. Surely it's not Princess Tita, or Princess Claudia or Tita. Princess Tita, that would be interesting. Well, let's just say that you've got one hell of an imagination. Oh no. Ah, it seems that our guest is already here. Is she now? My dearest, come in, come in. With that kind of welcome, who am I to refuse? What? Looks like you've done what I asked then. I appreciate it. On behalf of the Erebonian Embassy, I thank you. That's not necessary. It was Olivier who was really eager to oblige you. I don't remember being present at that discussion. But does this mean that you're the kitten who wished to see me? Why are you smoking? Her Royal Majesty the Queen directly invited you to tonight's banquet, so I'm not about to tell you you can't go. But I know you, and I know you're going to get in trouble if you're not properly chaperoned. So I'm keeping a close eye on you until dinner time, and you're going to like it. You tricked me! Don't blame your bad hearing on us. You were the one who decided it was a woman. We never said a word. Now then, evening swiftly approaches. There's a lot of paperwork to fill out, and you're going to do it. So let's get back to the embassy, shall we? Okay, I think I've checked out everything I want to look at. It took me a long time to walk around the city. So I'm actually just gonna go to the rest area and progress the story, because I really, really want to know what happens. Okay, we finally made it to the rest area. You look pretty tired. You want to sit down and take a break for a little bit? Phew. Walking all over the place like that can really take it out of you. Glad we can get off our feet for a minute then. For the moment at least, Grand Cell seems like it's genuinely at peace. You really think so? I'm just glad that we can leave it all up to Dad and everyone else, at least for today. Of course, I really think it should be his responsibility to begin with, since he showed up so late. Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe it's just part of his nature. Oh well, it's not like we can do anything about it. But check us out. We're actually full-blade bracers now. Which means we're not beholden to any specific branch and can go wherever we want. Anytime a branch is short-handed and requests help, we'll just take an airliner to get there. But our newfound freedom will also mean greater responsibilities. Sure, but I think we'll be able to handle it. I mean, hey, we actually played a major part in stopping a coup, and it means I'll never ever have to hear Dad going on about how it worries him when you're not around to keep an eye on me. Yeah, I think his days of saying that are at an end. You really showed him what you can do. Still, I think I'd like to stay with you from now on. Oh, would I just get on your nerves? No, nothing like that, but what do you mean by stay with me? Just that we know each other so well and we can practically read each other's minds. No, you can't. Clearly, you cannot. I think we make a good team, and I'd hate to break it up. Oh, you mean like for bracer business? And here I was thinking you were going to tell me your big confession or something. Nothing, forget I said anything. Stella, what was that all? Boy, it sure is hot out today, huh? And there's nothing to beat hot weather like ice cream, huh? My treat, just like I promised, so you wait right here. I don't think there's an ice cream stand over that way. I wonder if she... there's no way. My, but do I envy you your youth sometimes. Oh no, it's Alba. Okay. I thought it was gonna be Lawrence. Professor Alba. It's been a long time since we last met, hasn't it? So much has happened lately, but things are finally settling down again. People truly thrive the most in peaceful times. Oh, is something the matter? You look a bit pale. I would have thought you'd generally be in better spirits now that you've attained senior bracer status. Speaking of which, I truly must congratulate you on your success. So long as, of course, I'm not being too forward in doing so. Ever since we first met, you always made me really uncomfortable. I'm a little more used to you now, but I still get the shakes a little bit whenever you look at me. And in all the cases we've dealt with, there have been people who just forget things. You're always there, investigating, no matter where we've gone. Your timing's almost a little too good. What really clued me in, was Kurt's reaction. He lost his memories too. He said he wasn't feeling so well when he was in the stands, and you were right there with him. What? Professor Alba, was it you? What? Impressive. Even with your cognizance and recollection being puppeteered, you were still able to piece it all together. He's been messing with Joshua's memory too? Indeed, it was I. Allow me to clear away your confusion. So you finally remember me, do you? When your heart was in tatters, it was I who rebuilt it. I who restored it. It was I who poured a soul back into that empty vessel. You have the power to twist the minds and memories of men. The 7 snake apostles, the Anguis, you're one of them. Weissman the Faceless. That means nothing to me currently, but it's about to. Also, he looks terrifying now. I've not heard that name pass your lips in ages. Enforcer, number 13. The Black Fang, Joshua Astray. You were behind all of this? Which means that Lieutenant Lawrence has to be... It is as you surmise. I was kind enough not to erase your memories of him. I'm not surprised you were able to make the connection so quickly. I'm sure he'd be pleased to know you were thinking of him. So, you're here to finish me off? No, nothing of the sort. The first phase of our plan went off without a hitch. Since I have a moment to spare, I simply thought I'd come to see you. First phase? The seal in the old ruins. The gate which blocks the path to the ring. Wrenching it open was but the first step of many, and already there exists no means of closing it again. I knew this wouldn't be the end of it. What the hell is this shining ring? And what is your little society after? If you really wish to know, why don't you rejoin? I'm certain that you'd be able to return to active duty in no time. You needn't look so glum. We can get you back into fighting form. Please, spare me your withering looks. I do understand that you have a family now, whom you regard as important. You greatly admire your father, to say nothing of the girl you so adore. Even with him on our side, throwing those gifts away would be the actions of an idiot. And so, I've come here to see you. I came to offer you true freedom from our association, as thanks for the integral role you played so perfectly. Which means that I must congratulate you, Joshua. You are already a free man. I am most grateful for the work that you've done over the past 5 years. What? Oh, don't be so boring. I was expecting a bit more cheer out of you at hearing such news. Perhaps there's a flaw in the design of your emotions. I've been helping you? What kind of bullshit are you expecting me to swallow? Oh, pardon me, I completely forgot to tell you. I never intended you to be an assassin, but rather a spy. The society abandoned you. We played on the pities of a noble-hearted man, and it worked. You were given a loving home. And while you were there, our contacts would check in on you from time to time, and you'd tell them everything. We were particularly interested in your reports on the movements of the Bracer Guild, as well as your intel on one Cassius Bright. But of course, you wouldn't remember having done such things as that. You were not yourself at the time. Cassius Bright, S-ranked Bracer. He was the foremost impediment to the success of this plan. We felt certain he would be quick to act in order to stop any coup d'etat that should occur. But through a detailed analysis of his behavioral patterns, we finally devised a plan that would lead him out of the country and out of our way. The intel you've unknowingly been feeding us has been most useful indeed. And so I must thank you again. The past 5 years have been of inestimable help. No, you're lying. You have to be lying. All that time I spent with Estelle. Why are you so sad? Has your feigned ignorance not earned you a beloved family as well as a happy home? If you say nothing, they will never know. However, it is the sort of thing that might weigh heavily on a fellow, since your fellow members of the Bright household are such good people. Perhaps a little too good for a monster such as yourself. However much you may model your behavior after a normal, decent person, you are no such thing. You must surely have noticed. Your ability to reason through and execute a solution to a problem, no matter the circumstances. Your physical strength and reflexes, better than an entire squadron of normal soldiers. You are my greatest creation, my human weapon. That is who and what you truly are, the Black Fang. You have no place in the lives of normal people. You'll never be happy in their presence again. You can't be. When it becomes too much for you, you are always welcome to return. To the Grandmaster's Society of Souls. Back to Ouroboros. Of course, it's Ouroboros. Now he's completely broken Joshua. Is this my punishment? My sister-in-law? What do I do? I don't know how to face him after all that, but I've kept him waiting for way too long. It's getting late, too. I'm such an idiot. I need to learn to think before I open my mouth. I wonder if Joshua's figured me out. Gotta cool down. I feel like I'm stuck in perma-blush mode. Ah, Estelle. I thought I might find you around here somewhere. Hi, Professor Alba. Fancy seeing you here. Indeed. I was actually just speaking with Joshua. Congratulations on your promotion to senior bracer status. Thanks. Is something wrong? I don't know. Something just seems different about you. What's got you looking so cheerful? Okay, you've got me. To tell the truth, I've made several major advances in my archaeological research. You might say that it's put me in a good mood. Hey, that's awesome. Oh, sorry. The ice cream's going to melt, so I'd better get going. I'll see you later. I see. Cassie Sprite's daughter. I think she's going to be quite a lot of fun. Hey, sorry it took so long. It was super crowded there, but I have returned with our valuable loot. Cool, thanks. Now we can eat like kings. So about earlier. Yeah, I wanted to apologize for that. I didn't mean to be so vague. It just wasn't an appropriate time for confessions, you know? Oh, sure. I didn't really mind so much. Well, when I gave it some more thought, it seemed kind of silly to try and rush things. We may be senior bracers now, but that just means we have different work to focus on. We might have to really consider our future prospects. Oh, if we get married, we'll have to think about raising children. Gotta stop getting so far ahead of myself. Well, it's evening already, so why don't we eat our ice cream on the way back? Everyone's probably waiting for us. Hey, Joshua? What is it? Did you have something you wanted to discuss about the future? No, what would give you that idea? Come on, let's get back to the castle. What's wrong, Estelle? You've been completely on edge for a while now. Something on your mind? Hey, Shira. Did you think Joshua was acting weird at dinner? If anyone was acting weird, I'd say it was you. He was as calm as he ever is. Well, yeah, but... I see. I get it. Get what? You can't keep secrets from me. I had a feeling about it, but I was wondering if you'd ever admit it to yourself. You're kind of falling for Joshua, aren't you? You can tell? It's pretty obvious. Sorry, hun. But I'm guessing you haven't told him anything about this. No. Joshua's always picking on me, telling me what a dope I am. Not that I should be criticizing anyone, I guess. You're so naive. It's a wonder how you've lasted this long. You need to learn to look a little deeper. Big sister is ready to begin your education in love, Estelle. I'm never asking you for advice again. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I don't mean to tease. But you guys set out just when puberty was about to hit. It's only logical that you'd start picking up on feelings for each other. Oh, you think so? Traveling together just seems like such a petty reason for that kind of thing. I guess I've gotten a little more self-aware since we started all this. This isn't like me at all. Yeah, you're not self-aware. You're the proverbial flower that refuses to bloom. Every girl feels that way. I don't want to lecture you or talk about this with you if you're not ready. But if you are, then what say we have ourselves some girl talk, Would it help if I told your fortune? Yeah, okay. I promise I'll listen to whatever you have to say. Alright, time for your lesson, my protege. Oh, Estelle, big sister's moved to tears. On second thought, never mind. But thank you, I do feel a little better. I'm gonna go see Joshua for a little bit. Oh, you're going to tell him? Not about that. There really does seem to be something weird going on with him. I want to see what that's about first. Aw. Well, you do seem to know him better than anyone else. I'm sure that everything will turn out just fine between you two. Maybe you can even just have a nice, calm discussion with him and be open about what's on your mind. I don't think I'm quite that ready yet. Okay, I'll see you later. Young love. They'll probably be fine. Oh, they're not here. Oh yeah, Dad's still in some meeting, I think. But where's Joshua? Ah, he's out playing somewhere then. Oh, I have to actually go find him? Probably up on the garden terrace. It got louder when I walked outside. Hey, Estelle. Nice night, isn't it? Yeah, there's that song again. The Whereabouts of Light. I've lost a lot, but this song and this harmonica have always been with me. I've been thinking about why I play it. Maybe it's a habit I should quit. I think I want to tell you what I was doing before I met you. Okay? This may take a while. Do you mind? Not at all. I'll listen to whatever you have to say. Once upon a time, there lived a little boy all by himself. He was the timid sort, relying on the kindness of others without a single redeeming trait. But he had people he cared about with him, so he was happy. But one day, something happened that broke his heart. He forgot how to speak, to feel, even to eat. All he could do was play his harmonica. No matter how hard his caretaker tried, nothing helped his heart to mend, and he grew weaker by the day. One day, a wandering magician appeared before the boy. "I will heal the boy's heart for you," he said, "provided, of course, I am compensated." And so the boy was given over into the magician's care. As he attempted to piece the broken heart back together, the magician found that he could shape the boy's existence into anything he wished. And so the boy's new heart became that of a murderer. For 2 years, the boy killed every single day. Under cover of night, he murdered dozens of soldiers. He slit the throat of a national cabinet minister who was under heavily armed guard. Sometimes he used explosives, which maimed and killed innocent bystanders. At some point, he became regarded as something more than a mere killer. He was known as the Black Fang, and the name struck fear into the hearts of men. One day, the magician gave the boy an assassination order. His target was a hero, a man who had protected his queen and nation from the threat of an invading northern country. He was a bracer who held a special rank shared by only 3 others in the entire land. But the target was too strong. He defeated the boy with all the ease of a tiger swatting at a playful cub. At that moment, some of the magician's servants showed up. Since the boy's face had been seen, he was now a loose end to be tied up. But someone came to his aid and drove the attackers away. It was, of course, the man he had come to kill, and so the boy was taken to the man's house where he met a young girl. He lived there for 5 years, always feeling like he was lost in some wonderful dream. In the real world, he would never be allowed to have such dreams, but all dreams must end at some point. Time was drawing near when reality could be avoided no longer. And that's the end of my story. Thank you for being patient with me and listening. Was all that real? Every syllable. My heart is broken. My hands will always be stained with blood. I failed in the assassination of your father. I've been betraying you for a long time. The boy can't be saved from his real purpose. His presence alone seems to bring disaster and misery. He's just tainted. But the boy set out on a journey, in hopes that he may keep his misfortunes from the ones he holds dear. He will find and stop the foul magician who created the life he has led. It's his harmonica. That's the last remnant of my human heart. I won't be needing it anymore, but I want you to take it. It's hardly an adequate way to thank you for the last 5 years, yet I can't think of anything better. I said stop it. Stop talking about it like it's a dream. You make it sound like nothing that's happened was even real to you. What difference does the past make? Your heart is broken? What does that even mean? Look at me. Look into my eyes. They've always seen that boy, the good times and bad. No matter how much the boy was hurting, I always saw how hard he'd keep holding on. Joshua, I love you. You can't just leave me on my own. My feelings won't just go away when you do. I won't let you. What was that? No! It's just a fast-acting sedative. Don't worry, there are no side effects. My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you is the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow, if you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes I think it would have been better if we'd never met. This time is different. I'm grateful that you came to see me. I hate that I have to run from a girl who's so important to me, but it's all I can do. But I want you to know that I'll always be thinking of you. Thank you for everything. You had me from the first moment I met you. I've always loved you. Well, that was horrible. I don't even know how to react to that. And yeah. I figured there's something along those lines in Joshua's past. He was some kind of spy or assassin or had some kind of training. Because he knew way too much about, poisons and fingerprinting things, and he had way too much information about all of that stuff. So I figured there was some of that in his past, but dear God. And Alba? Really? Professor Alba. These games are way too good at giving you major twists out of nowhere. Like, there's very, very little foreshadowing for some of these things. The Joshua stuff, they foreshadowed a little bit more. Alba? God, basically nothing. Other than he just existed at the right times. Other than that, there really weren't hints. Oh, dear God. What has this game done to my heart? On the bright side, though, we did it. We finished it. Trails in the Sky first chapter done. I don't know if there's anything important at the end of these credits, so we might let it roll for a little bit while I try to put my heart back together, because good God. What even is this game? The ending credits were great, though. I liked all the artwork they put into it. They did a good job with that. But we did it. We finished the game. I will be playing through number 2 shortly. I will probably start it within the next few days. Thank you guys so much for watching and going on this journey with me. It has been incredible, and those of you who stick around in the next game, I will see you soon.